The move now clears the way for an increase in semiconductor chip production here in the States. And NBC4 is bringing you team coverage. Karina Chung spoke to the CEO of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, and we'll have more on the economic impact that this will make in Central Ohio. But first, NBC4 anchor Carrie Charles joins us with more on the act that really puts us head to head with China.
Yeah, a lot of discussion about this, and that, of course, is because it is a leader in making these semiconductor chips. Those are seen in things like cars and smartphones. Well, as a result of the CHIPS Act, communities throughout the country like Central Ohio will benefit from this $280 billion package.
The CHIPS and Science Act is going to inspire a whole new generation of Americans to answer that question. What next?
Well, President Biden signed the bill into law this morning in the Rose Garden. As we've been reporting, we've been telling you about this. Intel has plans for a $20 billion semiconductor plant in New Albany. Monies from the CHIPS Act will help the company expand its efforts. Lieutenant Governor Jon Husted says that could mean an additional $80 million in incentives. Today, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer talked about the bill and how it backs the idea of Made in America.
To the innovators, job creators, and workers who have witnessed the slow erosion of America's semiconductor industry, we will bring these jobs back to our shores and end our dependence on foreign chips.
All right.
Ohio Senator Rob Portman, a Republican, of course, was on hand for today's signing and received a nod from the president for his support. Sherrod Brown, Ohio's other senator, a Democrat, says the legislation will support Ohio's auto industry, high-tech manufacturing, and other key industries. Now, the overall goal is to reduce U.S. reliance on overseas supply chains for things like those memory chips. And as a result of the CHIPS Act, the White House says Micron has started already announcing plans for a $40 billion plan to boost domestic manufacturing of memory chips. Qualcomm and GlobalFoundries are announcing a $4.2 billion expansion of a chip plant in upstate New York. Brad.
Carrie, thanks much. Well, the work that Intel is doing in Central Ohio, something that people in New Albany and Johnstown communities, they're already paying close attention to. It is closely tied to the CHIPS Act. NBC4's Karina Chung live outside the Intel plant site. She spoke with the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. Karina?
Brad, you can see there is a lot of work going on right here at this. I'm going to step out of the way. You can see this huge expanse of land. There's fencing going up, and we've seen a lot of construction equipment in and out of the area preparing the land. Now, Steve Stivers is the CEO of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce and was in Washington, D.C. for the signing of the CHIPS Act today. He tells me that the Ohio Chamber is proud that this legislation has been signed and that there is funding available for the Intel plant and its $20 billion investment here. Stivers says Intel was eyeing production of chips plants in Europe and here in Ohio, so getting the CHIPS Act signed right now is important to secure the future plants here.
They will probably be the biggest beneficiary of this, but the other beneficiary is the American people and the economic security of the United States through jobs and, of course, through national security and being able to put American chips in American military equipment.
Tonight at 5, hear from people in the community and the impact they're already seeing here. Local for you, I'm Karina Chung, NBC4.
Karina, thank you. And if you go to NBC4i.com and click on Intel in Ohio, you can see all the stories we've done since the project was announced. That includes visiting a similar facility in Arizona and taking a look at how it will impact schools, the environment, so much more too.